Looks like I lost two, guys. Whoops. One of the couplers on one of these shifts a lot. But I'm going to back it up real quick so you can see it. Alright. Have to make sure I've got the power off. There we go. My 2197 y6b. It's an AHM Rivarossi. And unfortunately, what you're seeing will be her first and last run. I've got way too many projects heading on, y'all. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, it needs to head to a good home. And a fellow I met named Bryce, he's actually on the local forums, even though he lives in, I think he's set Idaho, I think. Somewhere like that, I forgot. Sorry, Bryce, I forgot where you said you lived. But he's out west. Let's just put it that way. He's been wanting one bad. We made a pretty good deal. I told him if he paid what I paid to break even, he gets this, the auxiliary tender, which is still in the box, and he really wants those. Yes, I'm selling them again. I had sold them to my buddy Rob up in Roanoke, and he doesn't really run Norfolk and Western, even though he lives in Roanoke. He runs, I think it's called RF&P and a few other things. And we traded. I got him some passenger cars that he uses, and we swapped back. So I got the Norfolk and Western passenger cars back and was going to turn them into the Pocahontas. Surprisingly, the decals are a pain in the butt to find. The only time I could find them is in a set, and it only does 2 cars, and they're $8 a pack. So I was gonna have them custom made. Well, Bryce made me a pretty good offer, and we settled on a pretty decent price. I could charge more, but as I said, I'm on the local forum. Rocky said hook him up. A lot of people speak highly of you, Bryce. So shout out to you and all the people on the forums. They speak highly of you, or else I'd have been like, all right, this is the price, and this is what they are. Unfortunately, to his dismay, those cold cars are mine, buddy. But this is her last voyage. She runs good. She can probably pull a lot more. She didn't even hesitate. I barely even had the throttle on, and these are heavy cars. Still working on some things. The Virginian's in storage. It's actually at my knee right here. It's in its own box right there. Insulation and all. Sold the well car set. I lost a chunk, but not horrible. Didn't quite break even on what I had in it, but you usually don't with this hobby. As I said, I've been selling things that I'm not using and or don't need to help finance my trip in December. This has just been sitting in a box, just hanging out. So I want it to get used and fixed up and ran and showed off. So we made a good deal, and it's heading to, as I said, a good person. So I'm sure he'll probably send it off to Rocky and have him fix it up like I had planned to do, but I'm fine with that. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do any more projects. I'm finishing the 1224 with Rocky. Going to work on a little bit of more scenery. I need to finish a few things. I've got the Norfolk and Southern cold cars upstairs I had started. I'm going to take off the Norfolk and Southern, turn them into Norfolk and Western. This exact style. Just going to keep the numbers and the weights and everything else on the ones I have upstairs and change it to that. NW, Norfolk and Western. I think they'll look awesome. I think they're 5 bays actually. So there'll be a nice little setup for this one. Still haven't figured out how. Well, I've started to make my intro. I actually intend to plan on to wait until I have 100 subscribers. No, I'm not going to get into this whole YouTube thing of follow, like, and share. I'm not. I'm just saying, when I reach a bigger crowd, then I'll spruce things up. Had a few new people follow me. Thank you. I'm just showing my journey. As you see, I've progressed from just an oval with Blockman easy track and DC only to power cab, a 4x11. Changed my design at least four different times, and I finally picked a theme. I dropped all modern era stuff. Anything after 85 I will not own. Everything will be Norfolk and Western. Diesels, Southerns, Virginians, old school steam. I will get another Y6. Don't worry. This is just not the end of the Y6. There will be another one. Never tried MTH, so I might actually try MTH next. I've been eyeing the Virginian Heritage unit by Athern. It's a Genesis with Tsunami 2. So I'll probably look into that as a purchase for another Virginian, because it has sound and everything. And I've been eyeing, it's an Atlas with sound, a Southern, one of the black SD9s, like the one I have already. I'm looking at a Scale Trains Norfolk and Western SD40, like that guy. So it'll be its exact twin, with sound and the whole 9 yards, because I want to try other brands. I want to see how they do, and I might actually start doing reviews. A guy I follow, James Wright, J Wheel 2000 is his. James, if I got that wrong, I'm so sorry. You seem like a genuinely awesome fella, so I'm sorry if I messed that up. He's got a big following on YouTube. He's the reason I like to share my adventures, share how far I've gone in this hobby. It's fun. I can't wait to build my big layout. Hopefully this time next year I'll be in a home and let the fun begin. Going to try to work on scenery. Still going to run a few things. Still going to try to work on a few videos and an intro, stuff like that for y'all. But thank you for following me. Thank you for staying tuned as much as I change stuff. And yes, I will eventually switch to my video camera, because I know the cell phone gets annoying. But again, thank you guys so much for staying tuned. I know I get long-winded, but I like to fill everybody in on what's heading on. So, say goodbye to the Y6B. I'm sure she's heading to a nice home. So, y'all stay tuned. Stay in touch. Thank you.